Hello friends, welcome to another video on my channel. In this video, we're going to see 3 strategies: Mass Furnace Fireball, Super Witch Fireball, and RC Charge Root Rider, which were used in CWL against Town Hall 17s, along with explanations of how to plan for the opponent's maps. I've previously recorded videos for these strategies, and you can watch the tutorial videos for these 3 strategies in the playlist on the channel named TH17 Attack Strategy. I tried not to make this video too long, so if you really want to learn these strategies completely and in depth, be sure to check out the playlist on the channel. Let's go plan for the first map with the Super Witch Fireball strategy. By looking at the center of the base, we will realize that choosing the right area for the fireball is not difficult, and we can achieve great destruction by targeting one of the central defensive buildings. To destroy the center of the base, we must definitely use the Warden to destroy these 4 buildings and then use invisibility spells. Here's how we will do it. We will start the Warden walk from here and wait until the Warden destroys these 4 buildings. After destroying the buildings, since all the buildings around the Warden are defensive structures, to keep the Warden in place, we will use the Ice Block spell. In other words, because all the surrounding buildings are defensive and the Warden will be busy destroying them, and since we need to make the surrounding defensive buildings invisible in order to target one of the central defensive structures, the Warden will end up moving to the left or right of the base, which would cause the fireball to hit one of the side defensive buildings instead. Therefore, we must use the Ice Block spell on the Warden to keep him fixed in place and then use the invisibility spells. We will use the 3 invisibility spells as follows. The first spell to make these 3 buildings invisible, the second one for these 2 buildings, and the third one as a precaution on these 2 buildings to reduce the risk of the fireball failing to 0. Let me mention here that the fireball will hit the builder's hut, which the base designer intentionally placed here to reduce the value of the fireball, knowing that most players will target the center for their fireball. To counter this, we can also make the builder's hut invisible with a 4th invisibility spell, but I prefer to always keep 1 invisibility spell, if possible, for the Royal Champion. After the fireball hits and we use earthquake spells, we will achieve this level of destruction. Now it's time to start the attack. Using 1 wall breaker, we will target this wall to provide our troops access to this section, then deploy the Super Witches. To guide the troops into the base and prevent them from walking around the edges, we will use an ice golem along with the Queen here. After the Super Witches advance a bit and we are sure the defensive buildings are focused on them, we will use the 2nd wall breaker to open access for them to this area as well. We will use a skeleton spell to distract the monolith and then deploy the troop launcher and the king. The reason for delaying the troop launcher is that the wall breakers it spawns will target walls that might cause our troops to deviate from the planned path. Therefore, before using the troop launcher, we must prepare the path with super wall breakers. The reason for delaying the king is to make sure our troops have engaged the defensive buildings, especially the monolith, so it won't lock onto the king. The troops will advance up to the hook tower, and at the same time, the queen will be clearing the outside of the base. To ensure the troops don't get stuck behind walls, we will use the jump spell like this to give them access to the defensive buildings behind the walls. We will deploy the Royal Champion on this side of the base to clear the remaining defensive buildings and finally reach the town hall.
They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it, getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began, just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found, and you can't start again. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. On to the place where all this began. To start again. I'll see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down.
In maps, where both spell towers are rage towers, we must use the fireball in such a way that one of the rage spell towers is destroyed. Usually, we hit the fireball on the rage tower so that the rage tower is destroyed, along with the defensive buildings around it that are boosted by the rage tower. In this strategy, we destroy the second rage tower with the help of Hero Dive. The defenses used around both rage towers are the same, so it doesn't matter if the warden is used on this side or that side. I will not use the fireball on the rage tower because the density of defensive buildings around the rage tower is low, and I have no fear of losing the warden if it approaches the area boosted by the rage tower. Instead, I will use the fireball in such a way that both the clan castle and the rage tower are destroyed, and the warden's path to the town hall is cleared. If the density of defensive buildings around the rage tower was high, we would have to hit the fireball on the rage tower. To destroy the clan castle and rage tower, the fireball must hit the fire spitter. To hit the fireball on it, we must first destroy the surrounding defensive buildings with the warden to minimize the number of invisibility spells needed to target the fire spitter, because invisibility spells are very important in this strategy, and we keep the heroes alive with them. So, in this strategy, we always try to use the minimum number of invisibility spells to hit the fireball on the desired defensive building. We will start the warden charge from here, and to speed up the destruction of buildings by the warden, we will use 2 furnaces behind the warden, and we will wait for the warden to destroy these 4 defensive buildings. Then, the warden will move toward the ricochet cannon, and we will wait for the warden to destroy the ricochet cannon as well. Then, using 2 invisibility spells, one to make the Inferno Tower invisible, and the other to make these 4 buildings invisible, we will hit the fireball on the fire spitter. You can see the destruction caused by the fireball in the image. To help the warden, we will use 2 furnaces behind it. We will start the hero dive from the upper side of the map, aiming to destroy the area boosted by the second rage tower. We will use the king and queen on this side and the siege barracks on the opposite side. With 1 wall breaker, we will provide access for the heroes to the ricochet cannon, and to prevent damage to the heroes, especially the queen's pet, which is the unicorn, we will use an ice golem to tank its hits and freeze it. After freezing the ricochet cannon with the second wall breaker, we will destroy the wall behind the ricochet cannon to provide access for the heroes to the inferno. Simultaneously with the hero dive, the warden will also move toward the town hall. Now is the time to use the king's abilities, namely Earthquake Boots and Spiky Ball, to provide access for the queen to the defensive buildings behind the wall. For the remaining multi-inferno, we cannot use furnaces because it will easily kill the fire mites produced from them, so we must use the minion prince to destroy it.
I wish I could tell you that I want you here with me, but you'll never love me like the way we used to be. Too far from Saturn, lost in the patterns. Where's the stars align so we could be free? Palms are sweaty, knees unsteady. I can't see my head on straight. Heart is heavy, wasn't ready. Don't think I can see your face. Now we're just friends. How long till that ends? It feels like forever away. But you know I never wanted to be gold. I think it's the only way I know to be alone. Too far from heartbreak, can't feel the pain. Ain't it a shame I think I sold my only soul? Palms are sweaty, knees unsteady, I can't see my head on straight. Heart is heavy, wasn't ready, don't think I can see your face. Now we're just friends, how long till that ends? It feels like forever away. Yeah, we're on, it will never be enough. Now we're gone and we're on our way. If I stay, if I go, it won't change this lonely road. So I guess I just have to wait for the feelings to fade. Oh, for the feelings to fade. Oh, if I stay, if I go, it won't change this lonely road. So I guess I just have to wait for the feelings to fade.
The opponent's clan castle is located in the lower corner of the map, and we can pull out the opponent's clan castle troops with the help of a Valkyrie. Pulling out the clan castle troops will benefit us because if, for example, there are several furnaces inside, we can use a poison spell on them, and if there are troops other than furnaces, we can save the poison spell for when we deploy the root riders and the clan castle troops move toward them. In the opponent's clan castle, there were 2 furnaces and 1 ice golem, so we will use the poison spell on the furnaces. For choosing the area to start the RC charge, this area is very suitable, and we will get good value from the RC charge as well as create a good funnel. We will start the RC charge from here, and the Royal Champion will follow the path you see in the image until it reaches the multi-gear tower. Then we will recall the Royal Champion. You can see the destruction the Royal Champion caused on its path toward the multi-gear tower in the image. The path for the root riders toward the town hall is well prepared, and it's time to start the attack. We will deploy the root riders, Valkyries, and minion prince all together from one place, and on the opposite side, we will use the queen. The reason for using the queen here is to destroy the surrounding buildings so that our troops don't get diverted to the bottom of the map and move directly toward the town hall, because an invisibility spell tower is used in the center of the map. With the giant arrow, we will trigger it. To help the queen clear the surrounding buildings, we will use the siege barracks next to it, and with a wall breaker, we will provide access for the queen to the buildings in this section, especially the single inferno. After we are sure that the defensive buildings are engaged with our troops, we will deploy the Royal Champion to ensure that it survives before using the Warden's abilities.